morning, everybody. You know, I represent Natural India as a company. We have a brand, Max Protein. We kind of started the protein bar, nutrition bar industry in India. We were one of the first company. Today, there are more than 20 companies who are in nutrition bar segment. So I'll just kind of share with you our journey, our thoughts, and our products. If you look at the typical Indian diet, okay, this is what we see. In terms of how diet should be, if you look at the balanced diet, what we should have is about 30% protein. Carb, we're heavy on carb, but still about 40 to 50% carb, and the fat should be 15 to 20%. This is what the balanced diet should be. What we typically see in Indian diet, it's lot more carb heavy. Carbohydrate accounts for 70 to 75% of our meal. And this is like if you are eating a square meal, okay, where you have dal, chawal, sabji, roti. But think of it, mostly for lunch, having sabji and roti is the most common popular thing. And within that, the more popular sabji is your potato sabji. So you have chapati and a potato sabji, and nowhere the balanced diet comes in picture really. It's mostly the carb heavy or a starch heavy. Okay. We have seen Dr. Vilas talk about the protein deficiency, the benefits of protein. So I'm not going to go too much into the technical part of it really. But in general, we are a very significantly protein deficient country. Okay. If you look at more than 80% of the Indian consumers, we have deficiency in protein. If you look at protein, mostly protein is known for people who wants to build their muscle. Okay, protein as a building block of muscle for muscles we all understand and know about it. There's another significant benefit of protein. Protein has many different functional benefits. Okay, one of the significant benefit of protein or properties of protein is it gives you a feeling of fullness. When we eat dal chawal at home, typically there is 3 portion of rice and 1 portion of dal is typical that we go with. Right? A katori of dal is mostly common, and within that, it's mostly liquidy for most of the time. Okay, so the amount of dal that we eat is much less. Right? But if you have a property of dal, if you eat couple katori or so, you feel fuller, right? So if you eat couple katori of dal, it's kind of you can't have too much more than that. On the other side, a consumption of rice, if you go to South India, a portion of rice consumption is so big. So protein as a property of giving fullness is what we are bringing up, other than protein as a building block for muscle. Okay. If you look at the Western diet and the Indian diet, one of the differentiator is the portion size. Okay. On the Western side, you will see a large piece of meat, and the meat is much higher in protein. If you look at our Indian diet, it will be more carb heavy. Okay. At least couple chapati or paratha in a portion of rice. So lot more carb. A satiety or a feeling of fullness. Even if you eat a piece of meat, you get feeling of fullness. So it is with a smaller portion size, with a large amount of, you don't need a big amount of meat, but you get a feeling of fullness in there. So you feel fuller with a meat which is then larger. In India, if you have, let's say, chicken curry, you look at, in terms of amount of chicken that you have, is very small portion really, right? So you have a very small portion of meat that we eat, even if it is non-vegetarian meal. Okay. Having protein also gives you sustained energy. So you consider a typical office going person, the amount of energy that you feel in the morning, okay, and you feel tired by end of the day, right? And the reason for that is primarily, one of the reason can be you don't have enough protein. So if you don't have enough protein, you get tired, right? So by end of the day, when you get tired, one of the reason can be a protein deficiency. So what are the options? Okay. What we offer are different snacks. And snacks are something Indian consumers, we call it as the snacking country. We have breakfast, lunch, dinner, but we have snacks, multiple snacks that we have. One of the biggest industry is the snacking industry here, right? So what we're suggesting is, when you eat snack, have a protein snack or protein enriched snacks. Okay. If you look at the snacking category, there are different snacks and different protein snacks which are offered. Okay. In terms of a healthy food, protein is one of the most sought after property or the functional food that the consumer is looking at. Okay. High protein food stands at number 3 globally. Okay. Very, very significantly, consumer understand the benefits of protein. If I have to look at the category, protein category, typically they fall into 3 different categories. One is the protein supplement. Typically you will have small protein powder. In milk or water, you put a spoon of protein powder, mix it with, and that becomes your, typically the 4 to 5 gram protein delivery that you will see. Other one is the weight management. In the weight management category, you will have the shakes. There are companies which are having a meal replacement shake. And a third category is for the sports nutrition. Okay. The nutrition bar, protein bars also fall into that category. Okay. In terms of protein consumption, if you look at the wanting to have more protein, more number of people are getting aware of it. We are increasing awareness. 5-6 years back, or some time back, it was about 39%, has now 50+% protein awareness then. So on one hand, the protein awareness is much higher, getting more, but still the Indian consumer, the actual protein that we buy, whether it is through the bakery or a dairy or a different protein snack, India is still one of the lower consumption of protein. If you look at about 10 years back, protein was primarily only the protein powder. Okay, you have a whey protein based drink, that was primarily the protein product really. Today, there are multiple different ones. There are protein bars, noodles, cookies, ice cream. We have protein chips is something that we have recently launched. And you also have sometimes like, even the Indian, snacks like pav bhaji. There are some, which are having like a protein pav bhaji. Okay. When you look at the healthy food, there are different claims, and most common claims that you see is low fat, it's low in cholesterol, low fat, zero fat, baked. So most of the focus is on fat. Now, having less fat, so to make a healthy product, if we look at what makes a food product healthy, I mean, you take any food product, it will be combination of protein, carbohydrate, and fat. That's all it constitutes. Within that, when we say healthy food, typically it's considered as higher in protein and higher in fiber. That means the complex carbohydrate. Okay. We typically take anyway more than required fat, and that also more on a saturated fat. So having less fat, it kind of makes it less bad, but doesn't make it good. To make the food product good, you need little more or higher amount of protein and a higher amount of fiber. Okay. So when you look at the products which are high in protein and high in fiber, that's what it make it healthy. Okay. And our product offering, primarily we focus on high protein, high fiber, and balanced nutrition. Okay. As a category of snacking product that we have, okay, we look at as high in protein, high in fiber, good ingredients. We look at it as a power snack. Okay. We as company, we tend to focus on healthy lifestyle, nature-based product, balanced nutrition, and innovation in protein offerings. When consumer is looking for, what are they looking for when they say healthy food? Typically, you will see that urban corporate people, consumers, our insight is they don't have time to have lunch or breakfast, so they're always on the go, in between meetings, tend to skip their meal. Okay. So whatever is available, either skip it, or whatever is available, they tend to eat. They understand that protein is good for them, fiber is good for them, vitamins, minerals, these are the benefits they look for. Okay. So, as an offering, on the go, healthy snack is what we offer. Okay. Protein bars is one of the category that we have, where Max Protein is our brand. We offer in 3 different offering: a bar with a 10-gram protein, we call Max Protein Daily; offering of 20-gram protein, we call Max Protein Active; and offering of 30-gram protein in a bar, which is about 30% plus in terms of protein percentage, is Max Protein Ultimate. Okay. And this is not only the protein, each one has significant offering between 5 gram to 10 gram of fiber. It has 21 vitamins and minerals, has electrolytes, has omega-3, and these are prebiotic. Okay. So as a bar, when we have a protein bar, like I said, it's not only the protein. This has 20-gram protein, so it's about 33% of your daily required protein content. Has 7 gram of fiber, which is about 28%. So almost 30% of your protein and fiber requirement are met in just one serving of our protein bar. Okay. In addition, it has rich in antioxidants. This is zero added sugar, vitamins and minerals, and omega-3, plus this is prebiotic. We're also launching significant new variants of snacking bars. So these are nut and seed, fruit and seed, peanut butter. So natural ingredients with tasty, reasonable amount of protein, but it's an ingredient-based offering. Now when you look at the bars, it is still Indian consumers are not used to having bars for snacks commonly. So it's a change of behavior for a lot of people. What we are used to when we think of a snack, we think of something which is salty, spicy, chatpata, right? And we said, what makes our bar healthy is primarily protein and fiber. Okay? What can we do to get those health benefits into something which is normally we are used to consuming it, right? And those are, chips is one of the category. So we have launched a protein chips. This is something innovative product, Phil. A pack of chips gives 10 gram of protein. This is made out of 7 grains, primarily millets and pulses, has no white carb. Okay? What that means, it has no rice, no wheat, no corn, and of course no potato. Right? It's gluten-free, low GI, and I'll request all of you guys to go. We have we're showcasing the product in on the booth here. Please go try it out. There are 7 different variants. Okay. So what we'll have positioned our product as power snack. So when you have this, when you have a bar with a higher protein and higher fiber content, it gives you a clinically research we have done, clinical study has been done. A 20 gram protein bar gives 4 hours of sustained energy. We call it as a power snack that gives sustained energy. Protein chips, power snack with super grains. It's millets, quinoa, jawar, oats, ragi. This gives sustained energy, and these are superfoods. So with this, I'll conclude my presentation, and thank you. Appreciate the opportunity to share our thoughts, and I'm open to any questions you may have.